Okay, hi folks. So this is 2012 short questions. So I'm going to kick off here with the first one, which is the lantern. Okay, and so they have a nicely set up for you really. So just finish out the base there first. They have all these kind of points here, and there's the height marked off there, which is ideal. So it's just a matter of sliding them down and across till they hit each other. So bring down all these points. And same the other side. So we can nearly mark them off actually as we're coming in here. That's that one. That guy there. Guy there. And I just have to move back a bit. This will give me this one here. So that's the top of the lantern done. That's the base finished. So now we wouldn't see that, of course. We're just interested in here what we can see. So connect down that guy there, and we'll just put in that bit there actually. See, it is in the marking scheme. So we'll just add that in. Bring down that point and the very top guy as well. Of course, all that been hidden detail in there. Now, when you have a point on the right hand side, we can just set our compass here. We can mark off these points on the left. And that would be our lantern finished. Now the part B of this question was looking for the true length of a diagonal from one corner to another. Now if you think about it, you have a true length over here and we have a true length up here. So we'll just very easily measure this guy. So I'll make him to be 45 there. I'm going to put down a set square here. I'm going to draw a line perpendicular up at 45 in length. And now if I just join those two corners, you could finish out the rest, but what's the point? That is the true length of the diagonal that they're looking for in that question. So that's one of the first four questions out of the way. So we'll just go on to the next one here now. Done in no particular order, by the way, I might add. So this is the rubbish bin, okay, and it's a perspective, and we've been asked to finish out that. So any horizontal line, rule of perspective, will go back to a line on the horizon line, okay? So just start putting it together there. So I bring down that guy. Now this corner has already been got for me. So that'll finish the front face of the bin there straight away. I can join this guy back. And go back as far as there. And I can join him up, that's the side. The ridge of the bin there, the top of the roof on it, going back there. And if you want to find the exact point, this point here, connect the spectator across the picture plane, drop it down, that'll get us the end there. Okay, so in terms then the inside of the bin, okay, this guy's going to go back to VP1. Where does he stop? Joins the back corner, drop it down. That's how far back that guy will go. This also now will go up here, you won't see it all. We'll see that much of it, okay? That line could be continued straight down. And there's a bit here in the back that we're seeing this little piece here, okay? So if we join, the handiest way of getting that guy now would be if we join this guy back to VP1, I think. That gives this point here in the back. Okay. And if we had this point, you could just actually run it back to this one here. You could run it back through that way there. So all points must go to a vantage point on the horizon line. Now sometimes keep an eye on the 3D picture they give you. So they're giving you the clue there because we're not using the vanishing points to finish out this guy, okay? Well, if we're going down at that angle, these guys are running back to VP2, all right? It's going up there. And this guy's going up there, okay? And just do that line a bit heavier. And that's that perspective question finished out. They're a nice handy question, folks, if you get one. So we go on to the next question. And in this, they have a tetrahedron here. Now, they do love tetrahedrons, I have to say. So first of all, we'll finish off the tetrahedron here. We've been asked to finish the elevation. So that's the elevation of the tetrahedron. Now, this sign that's on it, like a road sign here, okay? Now, they've started for us. So I just get my set squares here. And if you have a small set of set squares, I find, like the mathematical ones, I find them very handy for these short questions. That's that guy going up there. And that guy's finished off in a heavy black line anyways. So the arrow itself, that's the one side of it. This is another side of it. Okay. And to find these two guys here, we could put an element going in from the top, but it might be just as handy because, for example, I'll show you these lines going up here. Now, an element crossing that might be crossing it for a few millimeters, so sometimes it's hard to find the exact spot. But you could put an element in from the top here, running through down there and recreate it, okay? Perhaps an easier way would be, you could also put in a line like this, if you wish. Put in an element there. Put in an element there. Okay. Now, we just have to get these points and recreate the elements up in elevation. So we have plenty of time. But you do want to make the most of your time as well, of course. The blue one. Blue one. Actually, one side is all I need to bring up there, because if that's parallel there, this line is going to be parallel to it, so parallel lines, parallel in all views. You could bring up the other point if you wanted to, but recreate that. This blue guy coming up here, recreate him across there. So this will get me the top of the arrow there, and the nose will go up as far as here, over to there. This one down here, and that'll get our arrows first. Now the last thing we've been asked to do is get a true shape for this guy here. So easiest way for that is to do a rebatment, okay? Now this is a true length line here on the ground. So rule of geometry, if you want to see a plane as an edge view, get a true length line, look along it, and you will see that plane as an edge view. I'll extend this guy across if we need it in a minute. X1, Y1. Get my height from elevation, 2 views back. And now that's an edge view there of this surface here, okay? Now, contained in that, of course, is the diamond shape that we're looking for, the parallelogram. So we get our compass now. That's the true length line there on the ground. We've looked along it, and we'll see that line of the point view and the plane as an edge. So we'll put down our compass now. And I'll swing these guys down. Sorry there. And swing this guy. The width in this parallelogram would not change as it's flopped out onto the ground, okay? But the length from the top to the bottom certainly will, okay? So that's like a sheet of the planes there, like that surface, and we're using that true length line, the hinge line, just to flop it down onto the ground. That'll get us our parallelogram here. And that is that question finished, folks. Sorry now if I went off the screen there a little bit, okay? So that to that, lengthened as it was knocked out onto the ground. The width here did not change though, okay? So we just got that, as I said, use the true length line there as a hinge line, and we just rebatted that down onto the ground so we could see the true shape of what we needed. Now, we'll move on to the last question there, which is this guy here. Now, there's a similar question to this on the internet, and it is very well done, okay? And I'm going to start off that question similarly. Like what you're being asked to do is that's the kind of the headlights the car would be making there, and as it drives around, where would P be when it first hits the sign S, okay? Now, different ways about doing this, but similar to the question that's online already, and it's well done, we'll drop this guy down here. This will get me S1. But at this stage now, if you know the distance from P to S1, mark it on your compass there. And if you put your compass on S and swing an arc there, that'll find you P1. Okay, so just drawing a line there. It's a much faster way, I think, of doing it. Okay, so that distance there, same as this distance up there. Okay, they're equal to each other, and that'll find you P1. So hope you found that useful, folks. More videos coming, so stay tuned, keep working, folks, as we do not know when we'll be back to school. Okay, so mind yourselves, talk soon.